Good morning, South Africa, and welcome to State of the Nation, where we take an honest and unfiltered look at the true state of this country. If you enjoy the conversation, please subscribe and turn on notifications. We want to build a community for all South Africans that transcends race and gender and adds positively to the national dialogue. The idiom, "the chickens are coming home to roost," means that your past wrongdoings are catching up with you and causing your present troubles. In South Africa, the chickens are coming home to roost, and ironically, that means the chickens are dying. Over 40 million chickens have been lost in the past few months due to load shedding, which will have a devastating effect on food security and prices. The ignorance of the ANC was perfectly demonstrated last week when their youth league called out the DA for protesting load shedding. Their rationale was claiming that most DA members have generators. Apparently, this means load shedding does not affect them. The ANC Youth League is attempting to suggest that load shedding only affects the poor, but this is not the case. They are also implying that if you are not poor, you don't have the right to participate in the national dialogue. So much for equal citizenship. It highlights just how oblivious the ANC is to the problems they have caused. Load shedding is not an inconvenience that a generator can solve. It is a national emergency affecting every part of the economy, as the dead chickens demonstrate. Chicken farms need electricity to regulate the temperature inside their coops. Without this, the chickens die, meaning the farm cannot generate income or pay salaries. It also means that food prices increase, and this affects everyone. In the same way, load shedding impacts every industry in this country, leading to job losses, business closures, and higher prices. The more load shedding, the more job losses, and the higher prices get. Meaning there are fewer people with money to spend on fewer items that cost more. No economy can withstand this situation over a prolonged period. The ANC Youth League thinks that if you have a generator, you magically avoid the consequences of load shedding. However, sitting in the dark is the least of the problems load shedding causes. The economy and load shedding do not care about your skin color, they affect everyone. We must realize that poor and rich, white and black, are not enemies in this country. Attacking the DA for protesting load shedding is idiotic. It shows just how out of touch with reality the ANC is, and how they are willing to use race and economic status to manipulate people. We must reject divisive politicians who push this narrative to divert attention from the real problems. Keeping people apart based on their identity is how the ANC maintains its grip on power. Load shedding is the ANC's chickens coming home to roost. They caused this problem, but we are all suffering the consequences. It's time to realize that regardless of skin color or generator ownership, we all have a common enemy, and it's time for their chickens to come home to roost. It's time for us to vote them out. On that note, please support this channel by liking, subscribing, and joining in the conversation by leaving a comment. If you want to know more about what is happening in the world, check out our sponsor's book, The Ministry of Truth, by Ethan Quinn. This book explains how identity politics is used to manipulate society.
Despite the propaganda, this is not a struggle between people of diverse cultures, races, or genders. In reality, the culture war is taking place to decide the fundamental question of our time: what sort of society do we want?